Blade 3. The Blood Eclipse. A global panic begins when astronomers announce a rare cosmic event, the blood eclipse, a phenomenon that hasn't occurred in over 5,000 years. While humans celebrate it as a natural wonder, vampire clans know the truth: this eclipse awakens ancient energies buried since the first age of vampires. Reports of unusually brutal attacks surface worldwide. Victims aren't just drained of blood, they're desiccated, like something consumed their life force entirely. Blade senses the darkness rising again. Blade's return. For years, Blade has kept to the shadows, targeting small, hidden vampire nests while avoiding the authorities. But massive supernatural disturbances force him out of isolation. A vampire whisper spreads, the Ancestor stirs. Blade has heard the myth since childhood: the first vampire, older than any clan, older than the first recorded civilizations. Blade knows that if this creature returns, humanity won't stand a chance. The new Nightstalkers. Blade is approached by a younger, more advanced Nightstalker team led by Mira Riley, trained by Abigail and Hannibal King. These Nightstalkers aren't just fighters, they're researchers, engineers, hackers, and hunters all in one. They've tracked the attacks and discovered that the Eclipse Walkers feed on magical energy, not blood. Mira warns Blade. They're testing the world, preparing it. The Vampire Council Reborn. The vampire world has reorganized under a new leader, Lord Seraphis, a centuries-old vampire rumored to have survived the fall of multiple ancient empires. Under his command, the clans unite for the first time in history. Seraphis claims he is the chosen herald of the Ancestor. His goal: to reshape Earth into a feeding ground worthy of the Ancestor's rebirth. A deadlier species. Blade and the Nightstalkers infiltrate a vampire laboratory. Inside, they encounter the terrifying Eclipse Walkers for the first time: monstrous, pale, veiny beasts with glowing eyes and immense speed. Normal weapons fail. Silver burns them but doesn't kill. Stakes shatter. Only concentrated UV bursts slow them down. Their existence proves the eclipse is mutating vampire DNA globally. Secrets from Whistler. Blade returns to an old hideout once used by Whistler. Hidden under the floorboards, he finds one last recorded message left for him. Whistler reveals he once researched a myth even older than the ancient clans. The Ancestor is not merely the first vampire, it is the result of dark rituals involving forbidden magic and human sacrifice. Whistler warns that killing such a creature may be impossible with conventional weapons. The living key. A vampire scientist captured by the Nightstalkers reveals the most shocking truth yet. The Ancestor requires a specific kind of blood to rise. Blade's blood. His perfect hybrid nature, half human, half vampire, matches the key described in ancient texts. Blade realizes Seraphis isn't just uniting vampires, he's hunting Blade to complete the ritual. Trusted no more. Seraphis manipulates global governments by planting evidence that Blade is behind a series of mass killings. Suddenly, Blade becomes a worldwide wanted criminal. Human agents, vampire sympathizers, and corrupted police all hunt him. Blade is forced deeper underground with the Nightstalkers, relying only on Myra's trust. Seraphis strikes. While recovering in a remote safehouse, Blade and the Nightstalkers are ambushed by Seraphis and his elite forces. The battle is brutal. Nightstalkers are slaughtered as Seraphis moves with superhuman grace, almost demonic in nature. His power overwhelms Blade, who barely escapes thanks to Mira. The message is clear. Seraphis is untouchable. The Forbidden Temple. Following clues from Whistler's message, Blade travels to Eastern Europe, where an ancient temple lies beneath a ruined village. Carved into its walls are warnings written in dead languages. They describe the creation of the Ancestor through dark sorcery forbidden even by early vampires. Blade learns the temple is the awakening site where Seraphis plans to use Blade's blood to unseal the Ancestor. The Ancestor awakens. As the blood eclipse begins, the sky turns crimson. The moon glows blood red, and the air vibrates with dark energy. The ground trembles. Deep beneath the temple, a monstrous heartbeat begins. The Ancestor, long dormant, starts awakening. Blade feels a painful pull within his veins, like his blood is being summoned. The ritual trap. Blade tries to escape, but Seraphis captures him, binding him in a powerful ritual circle inscribed with ancient runes. His blood is drained drop by drop, feeding the awakening creature beneath. Blade tries to resist, but the pull inside him strengthens. Seraphis chants forbidden incantations as the portal begins to open. Myra's last stand. The remaining Nightstalkers storm the temple in a desperate rescue attempt. Myra fights fiercely, taking down Eclipse Walkers with experimental UV explosives. She reaches Blade, cutting him free, but Seraphis mortally wounds her. With her last breath, she tells Blade, "Finish this. For all of us." Birth of the Ancestor. With the ritual weakened but not stopped, the floor collapses. From the depths rises the Ancestor, a colossal being formed of bone, shadow, and ancient magic. Not fully awakened, but already radiating destructive power. Its roar shakes the temple and sky, sending shockwaves across the land. Blade's dark choice. The Ancestor speaks telepathically to Blade, offering him a chance to rule beside it as the perfect hybrid. For a moment, Blade feels himself giving in. The power, the temptation, the destiny, it all calls to him. But memories of Whistler, Myra, and humanity's suffering burn through the illusion. Blade breaks free of the Ancestor's control. The Bloodstorm Battle. Blade injects a final prototype serum created by Myra, a serum meant to boost his hybrid abilities beyond anything seen before. It burns through his veins like fire, giving him immense strength at the cost of his life expectancy. The epic battle begins. Blade slices through Seraphis's forces as lightning crackles and the temple crumbles. Seraphis's true form. Desperate, Seraphis merges with dark magic and transforms into a horrifying winged demon-vampire hybrid. His power multiplies. The sky rips open in a storm of blood-red lightning as he clashes with Blade above the collapsing temple. Their fight becomes a mythic battle, light versus darkness, destiny versus survival. The Blade of Ancients. Inside the temple's deepest chamber, Blade discovers a sacred weapon forged by early vampire rebels, the Blade of Ancients. The sword is infused with divine light that reacts to his hybrid blood. When he grips it, the blade glows with a radiant energy capable of harming the Ancestor itself. End of the Ancestor. With the ancient sword, Blade strikes the Ancestor while it is still partially formed. The creature collapses, releasing a thunderous explosion of dark energy that disintegrates Seraphis and sends shockwaves across the globe. Vampires everywhere feel the connection sever, many weaken instantly. Dawn of a new war. As dawn breaks, Blade stands alone amidst the ruins, the ancient sword in hand. The blood eclipse fades. But Blade knows this victory is only the beginning. The temple carvings hinted at multiple ancient ones, buried across the world. The war isn't over. It's just beginning.